initially it was very hard for me to tell my mom, Ma, stop watching Indian news channels. They are showing shit over there. Some of them are true, some of them are just blowing and blasting up things for just TRP. Because I'm telling something, they're editing that clip and they're showing something else. This happened later, but before my interviews, any of the further things, I have to send my mom every single time my video that, see, I'm fine, I'm in this situation, like that. So they are just blasting up things. This is very derogatory. I mean, I just don't know. I don't have any words. Media is to aware people about the real situation. It has become some sort of pav bhaji masala. I don't know. They are just adding it up and spicing it up to sell their stories. This is my view from my hostel window.
Okay.
Usually, the street is uh, quite full of people. I mean, people go out, but see, there's nobody outside.
Okay.
Because we really don't know what will happen next, and we just want our safety intact. So this is the condition over here.
Hi, I'm Radhika Dhawan, and today I'm in conversation with Eishika Sarkar, who, along with many other Indian students, is stranded in a bunker which is 50 kilometers from the Russian border. Eishika, a very warm welcome, and I hope you're safe.
Mom, I'm currently safe for now, and right now I'm in my hostel room and much more safer than when I was in bunkers for constant 2 days. But now that the previous day has passed, it has been safe. We were not informed to go to basements because there was no fighting around or any sort of threat around. So for now, I'm fine, but we are planning to be evacuated from here soon, like that.
Okay. And then how many students are with you right now?
Ma'am, currently, if I talk about my university, that's the Sumi State Medical University, there are around 400 medical students, those who are here currently.
And
So we are all planning.
okay.
Yeah.
And when were you brought over there?
Brought over there.
Yeah.
Like in Sumi, I am here for constant 5 years. And if you're talking about the basement thing, then all it happened, it started from 24th of February. So it started from there. And now we are going back and forth for our safety reasons to the basements.
Ishika, can you actually hear the sounds of explosions over there?
Yeah, there was like previously when we went for the consequent 2 days, there were no sound of any bombardings or any sort of gunshots around our hostel. See, hostel for now Indian students is the most safest place to dwell in, but amongst the other regions of the Sumi, yeah, there are things happening. But then there was this third day, and then there was sirens all over the city, and we were headed to the bunkers. And yeah, I could hear the gunshots around. I could hear some sort of things going around. Maybe that was a hit or some drone. I don't know, but there were some things that was going around. Before we could realize what was there, we were headed to the bunkers for our safety. So yeah, it happened. It happened.
Could you tell me what exactly is this siren? Because there's one siren, then there's second one, and then there's the last
Yeah,
one.
yeah. I would definitely specify. The first siren is the alarm siren that okay, something is intruding, something is suspicious. The second one is like go head towards any sort of thing that is for the safety protocol. Like you need to head somewhere for your protection, for your safety. That is the thing. Like there are consequent two sirens that goes around, and that's how we understand that we are supposed to go to the bunkers right now, like that.
What is the condition of the basement, if you could tell us? Because we've seen the pictures, and
Hmm.
it's terrifying.
Yes. For now, the bunkers or the basement that I am in, the thing is there is no basic facilities over there. There are not even basic amenities over there available. Like we can't even charge our phones. That is the most important thing. Else, at least we can manage okay with the surrounding, with the mud place all over there, with every sort of dump and dampness over there. It's fine because we are ultimately headed there for our safety. Life is more important than any other thing for now. But talking about the other basement and bunkers over the city, they are in a better situation. But we can't complain. We can't just raise our voice against, like, oh, we are in this condition, stuck here, because ultimately that is for our safety only if any air shelling happens. Because our hostel area is quite safe as compared to what the other parts of the city is facing around. And yes, there has been some sort of air shelling around them too, like that. So yeah, there is no electricity.
So,
Like, there is a minimal source of everything around. There's minimal electricity. We are literally taking our blankets to sit over there, and we stay in like huge groups over there for our safety, for that feeling that all right, we are amongst Indians and we are safe.
but tell me, of course, I'm sure there's huge shortage of food and water and, like you said, basic amenities. So how?
Ma'am, I would specify that there can be. I'm not saying there currently is.
Okay.
Indeed, when I say that there can be, that means that the supermarkets are flooded with stuffs. But as soon as there is a time period of the curfew that is in the city right now, so it differs from time to time. Like, for example, it was from night 10 o'clock to morning 6 a.m. Then there was again this from 6 a.m. to evening 6 p.m. It's regarding our safety thing that the curfews are lifted, and they are again like given to the people around. But we have to go in the supermarkets. Yes, we have to rush within the time. We have to get our stuffs and come back. Because if we go further late, there are no stocks available. Because obviously, there are not only Indians over here, we are surrounded in and amongst the civilians over here. So yeah, they are looking for their safe zones. We are looking for our safe zones. That is what is trembling and happening all around.
And how about the washrooms in the basement? Like, how are you all managing with all of that?
Okay, so this is quite, I don't know, this sort of a funny story in amongst this dreadful situation. Actually, I wouldn't call it tragedy yet, because we are not in a tragic situation yet as compared to the other parts or the other regions of the Sumi. um so when it comes to using the washrooms and all, yeah, there is some specific dark room inside, because girls and boys are kept separately, and girls are taken to that specific room for any sort of their needs. So yeah, that is how, just one single room. And some girls do manage with that, and girls like me, I have not drunk even plenty of water, because of the fear that if I need to go over there at that moment, I wouldn't feel comfortable to use that sort of space to just satisfy my needs, yeah, like that.
So, how about your interaction with your family? I mean, how are you managing that?
There is a constant fear of not having the charge in the phone. I never thought of this. So most of the time, I wish I could swipe my camera, because my phone, you can see, is still in charging. So my phone is always kept in charging mode. My power banks are always in charging. My pods are always in charging. Basically, I need everything to be charged up so as to get connected to my family as soon as everything is done. Like, I can't bear the expenses or consequences, because my mom was crying one day, and she was crying so severely. She was like, "Bacha, just come back." I mean, we all know how our mothers are. So
Yeah.
she was completely like, I can't imagine how what you're going through. And I'm like, "No, mom, I'm fine, I'm strong. You need to understand this, that even if the connections or communications get jammed someday, you have to just be brave, so that you can just wait to have my next call." That is the amount of fear that I had for the first day. But then eventually my parents are now calm, because there are students over here who are panicking, and there are students over here who are panicking but still going strong. So I fall in the second category. So I have to make sure that the students around me who look up to me or my parents, I have to have a strong face, a strong extent towards them, like that.
Ishika, how about you getting in touch with the Indian officials over there? Did you manage to do that?
Yeah. Ma'am, we are in constant touch with our Indian embassies. Not even me, every other student next in this hostel, in this place, maybe in different hostel, is in constant connect. connection with our Indian embassy officials. Even for that matter, our contractors are working very hard to get us out of this situation, because see, we get as advisories from the embassies, but then it is our contractor that is responsible, who looks up to us, who looks for us, and who manages our safety. For example, I'll just give you one example. Today's advisory was like the students of Sumy or Kharkiv are advised to move towards Kiev. That is to travel to Kiev, and from there we can travel to our western borders. But now, like, our contractor went to our railway station, and he collected the information, and he got the info that there are no trains available, because the railway tracks in between the cities have been damaged and they are under repair. So we have to be very strong headed, so as to perceive the information, get the information, go to the ground reality, and make a way out of it, like that.
So how much time are you spending in the basement with everyone?
Ma'am, it actually depends. For example, it was on the first day, it was for 1 or 1.5 hour. The second day, it went around 2 and 3 hours. But when it was the third day, we were there till midnight too, and that was from around maybe 11 o'clock. So it depends upon the threat or the information that our contractors or we as students get, or even there are also media channels or sources over here who provide us with authentic information. So we have to just be like prepped for our own selves, and we are in basement for our own safety reasons, depending on what sort of or what time limit is the most dangerous as per the information provided.
Right.
That is it. Yeah.
What is the source of information? Like, who is giving you all the updates? Are you following media? Because I mean, it's
Yeah, indeed. Like, ma'am, see, there are so many students over here. We are not even talking about the Indian students. There are students from Uzbekistan, from other parts of the nation, from Turkey, I don't know, from Africa, and Indian students are also there. So we have different contractors for different group of people. Okay, so we are under some sort of a health responsible person. He tries to manage our safety. He gives us the authenticated information. And then, of course, we are living here for more than 4 or 5 years. We know which sources are reliable to trust on. And that is how we get the news. Maybe it comes from a news channel or some vlog channels, or maybe some Instagram posts, but they are authenticated. Because right now, the most important thing that should happen actually is like the discard of misinformation that is leading all around. Because even if there is no panic, the media around, maybe in India also it's happening, here also it's happening, that they are just misleading the people. That shouldn't really happen.
and
Because
how is it misleading? You think that I mean, situation is not as tense as the media is actually showing? That's what you want.
yeah, indeed, that is what I meant. I mean, they are just showing, they are just blowing up things to some other level. That is because they want their TRPs to go high or anything else. But in between, who are the grasses, those who are getting stumbled upon? These are we are getting stumbled upon. Our families are affected over there, because once a day, initially it was very hard for me to tell my mom, stop watching Indian news channels. They are showing shit over there. Some of them are true, some of them are just blowing and blasting up things for just TRP. Because I'm telling something, they're editing that clip and they're showing something else. This happened later, but before my interviews, any of the further things, I have to send my mom every single time my video that, see, I'm fine, I'm in this situation, like that. So they're just blasting up things. This is very derogatory. I mean, I just don't know. I don't have any words. Media is to aware people about the real situation. It has become some sort of pav bhaji masala. I don't know. They are just adding it up and spicing it up to sell their stories, like that. And in between, our families are getting tense. People who are concerned with us are getting tense.
Right.
We are getting
We're having
tense.
a tough time
Like
because
that.
of that. So how
Yeah.
about the Ukrainian government?
Ma'am, as per the Ukrainian government, I think they are combating the situation really well. Of course, there has been highs and lows, and they are doing it very in very dignified manner, I would say. There are people coming to the streets. We are seeing constantly the videos and people who are so patriotic, and they are doing it, dealing with it very calmly and patiently. But the other side of it is very aggressive too, I would say so. And for us, for the Indian nationals over here, I would say definitely when we go out, there is a lot of warmth amongst the Ukrainian people for us. I went to, yeah, when you tried to contact me, I told you I am going and stocking up my stuffs. So we met a lady over there. She came to us and she's like, "Don't worry, I'm staying in home. You are staying in basement. Don't worry, I know the situations are not fine, but it would soon be. God is with you." So yeah, we get both the sides of the coins together, the good ones too and the bad ones too, like that.
So, what's your next move? Like, how do you plan to come to India? Like, are you going to buy the tickets or
Yeah,
what
yeah,
is?
yeah, yeah. So, ma'am, as per now, our situation says that we have been advised to move to the borders, but then there is no source of moving out because everything is under construction or either distracted or anything. So, we are planning to move out of this place in troops, in group of around 50 to 60 students at one time, because that would ensure our safety. That is for our safety purpose. So we are planning amongst the students that what would be the safest way possible to go out and to move out without even having any source of danger situations for us. Because if now I go out, if I try to even move out, I wouldn't know the next person is Ukrainian or Russian. The same thing goes like Pakistani and Indians. How can you even just judge by their looks? That is what the confusion, the dilemma that we are facing right now. So yes, we are under planning. We are under constant discussions with our people, with our friends, with our contractors, and I'm sure that there will be soon a way possible out, but it would take time.
What's the biggest fear that you have over there right now? I mean, I mean, not such a great question. We all know what the fear.
No, not at all. Oh my god. See, the biggest fear for me as a person right now is like, I don't want to be killed, obviously, in this zone. I mean, in this way. I don't want my parents to think that, okay, I sent my kid over there for a degree, for her better life, and this is what she ended up with. I don't want my friends, even if I'm looking them, I don't know, if I'm meeting somebody over like past few weeks and I'm able to meet them now, I'm like, I'm praying from inside. Like, God, please keep them safe. I'm just thanking God. Okay, I'm able to see this person now. I'm not exaggerating things, but it's all a very emotional turmoil that I'm going through. I'm like, God may save everybody out there. Because for now, people are just going through Ukrainian and Russian war. It is when the two elephants fight, it's always the grass that gets affected. That is our situation. So for me, we are getting conversations of each and every nationals out there. Even for Russian army, I would say, like we are getting the calls where recorded calls when we can hear the mom is saying, "Don't go. I told you to stop. I mean, just come back. We would manage anything." It's always the humanity that is affected now. So I'm just praying for humanity. And though I'm still in fear, but I am praying that everything would go fine eventually.
Could you just show us, I mean, how deserted the streets are, or if you could just, we could see.
I would like to show you. Just give me a moment. Mhm. This is my view from my hostel window.
Okay.
Usually, the street is uh, quite full of people. I mean, people go out, but see, there's nobody outside
Okay.
because we really don't know what will happen next, and we just want our safety intact. So this is the condition over here.
Okay. And usually, how safe or unsafe is this area vis-a-vis the war situation right now?
Yeah. In the war situation, this is the most safest place to be here, to be very honest,
Okay.
because I don't know why, but they are not affecting or they are not attacking the universities of Sumi State Medical yet.
That's nice.
Because there has been an attack over the Agrarian University of Sumi, that is regarded with the agricultural aspect. I don't know, they are not affecting us. They are not harming us, trying to harm us. Though there has been some sort of shooting around the different hostels. We are not having one hostel. This was just hostel number 2. We are having a lot of hostels over here. Like around hostel number 1, there had been firing. Yeah. So I don't know. Indian nationals are literally safe as per in Sumi. We are not in as much as dreaded condition, but we do not know either about the coming situations like that. Because see, as I told you, there's no way out. We need to be headed to the safer places. And I think the officials should pave their way in to do so.
I'm sure you must be having a lot of network connectivity issues when you're in the basement, right?
Indeed, yeah, ma'am. Because see, it's literally very underground. How would I compare even? Consider some sort of parking area
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
for
I've
four
seen the
wheelers.
pictures. I mean, it's quite disturbing, frankly.
Yeah, indeed. But we can't even complain, right? That is for our safety only. What if there is air shelling and we are sleeping in the rooms and boom, everything blows off
Right,
like
right.
that?
Okay, thank you so much, Ishika, for connecting with us. And I hope you just get out of there along with all the students, irrespective of the nationality. And I just hope your appeal is heard and you guys please be safe.
Mom, we do believe in Indian government. I know that it's taking a lot of time. I just need my voice and the voices of various students to reach out to the government to just ensure our safety. That's all we need. That's all we want. Rest, I know that everything is under process, but I know that it's taking a lot of time too.
Subscribe to Nation Next YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get regular updates from Nation Next. Also like Nation Next Facebook page and follow us on Instagram and Twitter.